Let me tell you a story about what happened to me this morning. I arrived at the office, my business partner was there before me. When we got there, he wanted to spend about a minute setting up my thumb on the lock so my thumb would open the automatic lock on our door. Honestly, that was kind of annoying. I was already thinking about what I was going to do next, and that's just like an admin task. I didn't really want to do this. However, if you think about it, that 1 minute it took just to program my thumb is now going to save me from punching in the code every time I get to the office. So that will probably save me about 15 seconds.
No stopping us now.
So really, it only takes 4 visits to already have paid back that time investment on the front end. The same is true for processes in business. So for example, you may buy a business. There may be some systems or processes in place that aren't that bad. The business, say, only does $1 million a year in revenue.
Big business, cash money.
It's not that much of a big deal. So let's take, for example, you may have a system where receipts are uploaded into QuickBooks the old school way. Someone brings in a stack of paper receipts. Those have to be sorted, then they have to be scanned in, and maybe that scan gets emailed to someone. That email then has to be saved down as a PDF and then uploaded into QuickBooks. It might be annoying to find a new process for that, but let's just think about it. Maybe you decide to utilize an app where you just scan the receipt and it automatically goes into QuickBooks. Finding that app, downloading it, training the team is really annoying. And maybe it takes you 2 days. What's 2 days? Let's just say 16 hours. And I don't know if that's right, it depends on the size of your team. Maybe it takes you much less than that, but let's just say something takes you 2 days. Perhaps each week, that saves someone in your office 2 hours. How many weeks does it take to actually pay that back? It's actually not very many. So this starts to, every week you're saving 2 hours into infinity.
I am Buzz Light. I'm Buzz Light.
2 hours a week forever. So that investment easily compounded into this infinite benefit to your business. And guess what? This is the process that is much less likely to break as you scale.
Don't break things.
Because guess what? Maybe you suddenly sell a new contract and that $1 million business goes to a 2, a 3, or even a $4 million a year business. If you're operating with old school, antiquated processes, this is gonna break and there are gonna be more and more errors. If you can use technology to automate, simplify, and streamline operations,
Speed, distance gained, divided by the time of travel.
then the sky's the limit. You want a back end that supports the growth that you want to achieve in your business. So the thumbprint this morning was a great example of this in such a tiny, small way, but it was a good reminder for me that we need to relentlessly chase improving systems for the benefit of the organization. This is true in all areas of life. If you want to eat really healthily, then guess what? You have to be organized. You want to do that planning up front. Maybe you have a list of items that you know you want to eat because they're most beneficial for your health. So when you're at the grocery store every weekend, you buy exactly the same things every time. You have the list ready to go, so you're not floundering in the aisles trying to figure out what you feel like and are you hungry, are you not? What do you feel like? Doesn't matter. This is what's best for me and my health. That's a quick example as it relates to health. And honestly, even in my coaching business right now, that's the business I'm spending quite a lot of time on right now. And we're growing, which is amazing. This is my inner circle, by the way. Side note, if you want to book a discovery call, you can book one below. But I'm trying to set up these back-end systems. I'm investing the time in order that we have the capacity to grow as a community. This is so relevant in all areas of life, and I encourage you to do a critical evaluation of what you've got going on to see if you can make some improvements.